Okay, so recently there's been a few companies with a monopoly that have been going around, and they're now getting strong-armed into mass censorship, pretty much proving that they can tell us what we can and can't buy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the companies are Visa and MasterCard, and the people strong-arming them are a progressive group called Collective Shout. Now, Collective Shout is a group based in Australia with a bunch of annoying retards trying to censor anything that sexualizes women. And what they've done is somehow managed to get Visa and MasterCard to threaten to pull out of Steam if they don't take down incest and rape anime games. And I think most people are scared to defend these games, but I think it's so scary that they're able to do that I will defend them. And the reason they're able to do this is because American companies have the right to refuse service to anyone they want. So if someone's like in my store causing problems, I wouldn't serve them. Or if they were a woman. Now yes, I think this is a good thing to have and we should be able to refuse service, but I don't think we should let companies that deal with our money tell us where we can and can't spend it. Especially when almost all the money in at least the US circulates through Visa and MasterCard. I can't even think of a time that I've spent money without using a card that wasn't Visa or MasterCard except for cash. But back to what I was saying, the main problem with this is now they know that they can do it, and this was just them dipping their toes in. I seriously think this was just a proof of concept, because now the groups that advocate for censorship know what they can do, and they know they can bully companies into forcing mass censorship. So I seriously think in the next few years, the agenda pushing of these enormous companies will just get so much more serious. Because sure, right now it's incest and rape games, that's like the lowest fruit they can go for. But wait, it's gonna become NSFW games, and then all games with any nudity, and then games with too much gore, and then all M-rated games until eventually it's games that go against certain political agendas and only allowing games that push certain political agendas, and it's just going to be a mess. And eventually it could even turn away from games altogether, and it could become maybe you're not allowed to buy a drink with a card that you don't like because a company has a different ideology than your credit card company. Or you go to buy a computer part and the CEO of that company owning the computer part is like right-winged or something, and your credit card company isn't. Now imagine you're going to buy a Tesla and you're not allowed to take out a loan because your credit card company doesn't like Elon Musk. And then imagine it somewhere else. Like imagine you own a Tesla and your electricity gets shut off because your electric company, where I live, we only have one electric company. And imagine they don't agree with your political beliefs. So your power gets shut down and you have to move. Same thing with our water. Where we live, there's only one water company. Now, usually this isn't a big problem because you could just switch to another company, but in cases like that, it is a big problem. And that's the main problem, is that the people who control our money can now tell us where we can and can't spend it. And when they have probably around like 90% of our money in their hands, it becomes a problem for us. And it would be ridiculously hard to go find a bank that doesn't use Visa or MasterCard, but hopefully one will open where they don't allow this censorship and don't get strong-armed into that. Now, I've been getting told by people for bringing this up that I'm like crazy. They keep telling me that it's not going to go that far, it doesn't matter that much, but I really think it does. And I think telling people that it doesn't matter that much is what the companies want. So I really just think we need to start asking for laws that regulate these companies more. Anyways, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Go sub to my actual channel. And when I hit 10K on my actual channel, I'll take my PC off the carpet.